President Trump says starting in a few days, he will impose a new 10% tariff worldwide.
Yeah, he's vowing to find other ways to put more tariffs into place just hours after the Supreme Court struck down many of his tariffs. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin is here with reaction to the High Court's decision.
We're talking about the tariffs that put a 34% surcharge on China and then 10% on the rest of the world. And the other tariff was that 25% one the president imposed on some goods from China, Canada, and Mexico. And here's the reaction from the president to them being struck down.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court, absolutely ashamed, for not having the courage to do what's right for our country.
Now, the Supreme Court ruling was written by the Chief Justice, and he was joined by 2 fellow conservatives and 3 liberal justices. Justices Thomas, Kavanaugh, and Alito dissented. The majority ruled President Trump didn't have the authority to put in place the sweeping tariffs based on the law the president cited, which is reserved for a national emergency.
The Constitution gives the taxation power that includes the power to impose tariffs. It gives it to Congress explicitly.
The president had argued the tariffs had positives, including the money they had raised, and has vowed to find other laws to justify them. Others, including the New York Federal Reserve, found it was consumers in the U.S. that were paying much of the cost of the tariffs. We spoke to a small grocer in Hartford who says with tight margins, they eventually had to pass along some of the costs of higher prices for many items, especially produce, coffee, and seafood.
This should impact those and allow those prices to come back down. I will say that it's one of those things that's never instantaneous, right? So like there's always kind of already food in the logistics pipeline that's been, contracted, paid for.
Now, as of December, these tariffs had raised $130 billion, according to the latest data from Customs and Border Protection. Companies might be looking for refunds. Hundreds have already sued, though the president suggested that issue would be fought in court. Back to you.